Oh look, I think it's funny. It sort of creeps up on you, and there've been a couple of moments in the last 12 months where it has actually dawned on me that we finally are getting there, and things are clicking into place, and all the hard work's actually starting to pay off. And I think one in particular is a festival here on the Gold Coast called Groundwater Country Music Festival, and they were one of the first festivals that gave me a break, long time ago. And 15 years ago, before I was doing this full time, I used to do a Sunday afternoon acoustic gig at this little restaurant in Broadbeach called Sopranos, and I was doing the little Sunday session. And at the time, my wife, who I'd never met at the time, she literally walked past and heard me playing. She was with a group of friends, and they stopped and had a listen, and in my break she came up and had a look at my little independent CD that I was selling at the time, and knew all the people that I'd worked with on the album, and that's literally how we met. And then fast forward 15 years later, we're playing main stage on that exact same street, Surf Parade in Broadbeach at the Groundwater Country Music Festival, and there's a sea of people the whole way up the street. And I think there was one song in particular, a track called Better Days, and everyone in the whole street was singing the words back. And I think it was just this really cool moment where I just had finally sank in that we're getting somewhere here, and this has all been worthwhile. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, look, I guess there's a lot of songs on the new album that tell a story of different things that have been happening over the last couple of years that I've been able to draw upon and find inspiration. And I guess there's one song in particular that I might play for you guys in a minute, which is on the album, and it's a funny backstory. I do a lot of co-writing with a guy here called Mark Duckworth, who lives here on the Gold Coast, and he's actually the festival director of Groundwater Country Music Festival, which is a funny twist as well. But literally last year, 2019, the CMC Rocks Music Festival, it was just a mud bath. It rained all weekend, and it was just terrible conditions, but the fans still had a ball and everybody loved it. And Ducky, who I write with, he left the festival, I think it was on the Saturday night. He's driving home and it's pissing down rain, and he comes up to this set of roadworks, and he was stuck there for 5 minutes, and he was just looking at this one guy on the roadworks and he's in the rain, and he's wondering, well, I wonder what this guy's backstory is. I wonder what his story is, and that's where this inspiration came from, the song that I think even now is so applicable to what we're going through today, because the backstory behind that was, it was a story about a guy who had nothing, had no money, but he had his partner, and he was trying to create a better life for her, and it's all talking about being able to appreciate the little things that we have to go back and appreciate now, like just loving your partner and having them there. And you might not have food on the table, and you might not know where you're going to get your next dunny roll from, but as long as you've got the ones around you that you love and they love you, that's all you need. And it's such a great song, and that's one of the examples, I guess, of what's going to be on the album. There's a couple of little dark horses on the album that you don't realise. It's interesting when you put an album out into the world, you've become so close to all the songs, and sometimes you lose a little bit of perspective because you've heard them so many times, and then when you put the album out, it's really interesting to get that raw feedback from your fans, what songs are connecting with them, which ones they love the most. And there's one particular track that we've started playing in our live sets, and it's called City Girls, and it's another song that I might do for you guys as well. And it's just about, it's a cool story. It's about your average country music fan, and they might live out in the sticks somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. It's a couple, but on weekends they want to head into town and they want to have a good time. And the guy in particular wants to show off how proud he is about his girl. And it's taken the mickey out of the city girls. Actually, it's like, you guys might think you're the city slickers down here in the big smoke, but look at who I've got, on my arm, and who's coming with me. And it's a cool story. I just love it. It's really different. These two songs that I'm talking about are really quite different to a lot of the tracks on the album, because I do a lot of mainstream, commercial country pop stuff, but these songs are actually more stories, and I love mixing it up, I guess. It's a wide open road to your wide open arms. Closing time, baby, around here always works a charm. You smile so nice, 'cause it's Friday night. Your hair's tied back and you're pouring out whiskey on ice. Pack a bag 'cause we're heading to the city, girl. Booked a room downtown. We're gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills roll down. I'm a king 'cause you look so pretty, girl. High as you walk around. Gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills come tumbling down. Oh, we're never coming down. Your summer dress, how'd you wild tattoos? 'Cause that's just for you and me when we're in the mood. Yeah, we got a little loud. Yeah, we spilled some drinks. The dance floor sticks for a minute, but we so sick. Yeah, pack a bag 'cause we're heading to the city, girl. Booked a room downtown. We're gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills roll down. I'm a king 'cause you look so pretty, girl. High as you walk around. Gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills come tumbling down. Oh, we're never coming down. Yeah. Yeah. Pack a bag 'cause we're heading to the city, girl. I booked a room downtown. Gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills roll down. I'm a king 'cause you look so pretty, girl. High as you walk around. Gonna show all them city girls how it looks when the hills come tumbling down.